who have kind of helped us out, cook for us, clean for us, drove us around, did everything, put up with our mood swings, our anxiety, our, just our overall craziness while we were pursuing this whole thing. And for that, we will be forever grateful for all you guys. I'll start out with Kathy, because she was our first instructor. And I can't even imagine how hard it must have been to have us as a group. We come from different backgrounds, different educations, different families, different cultures, and to try to corral all of us into one unit to make us prove our potential. It must have been just incredibly hard. And I have no idea how you did it, but thank you. Roxanne. There's many things we could say about Roxanne. I will say that sometimes during your nursing school career, you at times feel very confident, and you'll go into a patient's room and you feel great, you feel amazing, and then the next second you feel like you don't know anything. like you have been going to school for a year and you've lost all your confidence because of something that happened. And Roxanne has a phrase that she always says: no thinking. And it's very simple, but she would always say it, and it lifts you up, and she made us kind of believe in ourselves, I will say. She gave us all the confidence in the world. Thank you, Roxanne. Mary is one of the most straightforward teachers I've ever had. Her approach seemed to be, and talking with some of the other classmates, they kind of agreed. Mary, it was a matter of she felt that we were going to be successful unless we proved otherwise. It was just kind of, she always believed in us, and that's just how it was projected to us, and in turn it built confidence in ourselves. And thank you. Christine scared the crap out of me. Oh my God. Talk about you think you know what you're doing, and then Christine comes up with 8,000 questions about the side effects of the 15th medication you've given that day. And you're drawing a blank. It could be a medication you're taking and you don't know. Her presence it's amazing. But in doing so, she made us the most well-prepared, most well-read on medications. We researched our diagnoses, our client care, and because she made us accountable, is what I'm trying to say. And thank you for that as well. Rika wasn't an instructor, but she was a lab kind of person. And she helped us out with lab things. She bugged us for our immunization, all that kind of stuff. And she was almost like a counselor to listen to our just probably whining and obsessing about sterile field procedures and all that kind of stuff. So we can't forget Rika. Thank you. And lastly, Diana. Diana's new this quarter, and she seemed to fit in very, very well. She's very easygoing, very calming, and she didn't freak me out quite as much as she did. But I will say that there's one thing that bugged me about nursing school, and it's these self-assessments that you have to do every week, especially the second quarter. I hated these things. I know you guys hated these things. This is Diana's first quarter, and so I have a self-assessment for her. That's going to be due in about 15 minutes. And to the students, I really don't know what to say, but I feel really lucky to have been part of this group. You guys are the most supportive, compassionate, articulate, intelligent, and hardworking group I've ever been a part of. Thank you. they are teachers too. I mean, they will be the first to tell you if you're doing something wrong. But they're also the first to tell you, you know, nothing feels better than when someone has told you you're going to be a good nurse. I will tell you it's the best thing in the world you can hear. And the other day, my last day, I had this experience that just made everything went well. There's a cute old lady, and she's probably about 90. I guess I should know her correct age. Every time you walk in the room, she just lights up, and she's got the biggest smile, and she's a little bit confused because she's had a UTI recently. But even though she knows you're going to come in there and poke her with a needle or whatever, she just lights up. And I was taking her blood pressure, and I was sitting down next to her, and she just looks at me and she says, "That outfit makes you sparkle." It was kind of funny, but at the same time, it was the most beautiful thing I have ever heard. And I knew, like, all that hard work, everything like that one moment, it was completely worth it. And 3 days before that, she told me, "You have beautiful hair." It was, I don't know, without those moments, I don't know how we could have got through this whole thing. And one other thing that happened at the extended care facility, or as Carla calls it, the EFC, I saw a CNA students, which we all had to go through this whole CNA procedure thing. Some of us 2 years ago, it was a long time ago. So I see this student, and she's all excited, you know, and she's got the little BTC name badge, and so I knew she was a CNA student. And I said, "Are you in the CNA, program?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I felt like saying, "Oh, you poor. You have such a long road." I felt like holding her hand and crying. Oh my God. But I didn't say anything. So, the last thing I have for you guys always used to give me so much crap about nursing diagnoses. So, I have a nursing diagnosis for you. It's a self-care deficit related to entrance into the nursing program. The assessment. Student appears anxious during interview. Hands noticeably tremulous. Appears diaphoretic. Mood highly labile. Prone to sudden impulsive outbursts at friends, family, and most often without warning. Appears unkempt, clothes routinely covered in cat and dog hair. Unable to track or hold a linear conversation, keeps mentioning that damn food and electrolyte test. Diet largely consists of cafeteria French fries and pickles. Sleep broken, especially at night, especially before clinicals. Often wakes up remembering client care they believe they've forgotten. Thoughts, paranoid, often wandering. This is my last day in the program. If I can graduate, did I turn that bed alarm on? Did I lock the wheelchair? Nursing interventions. Sleep 8 hours per night. Take medications as prescribed. Exercise 5 days a week for 30 minutes. Eat 3 square meals a day. Spend time with family, friends, and leave your schoolwork behind. Evaluation. Student/nurse non-compliant with treatment plan. Remains anxious, irritable, and continues to have frequent outbursts. Follow-up. Schedule mental health exams. In 1 week, proceed with involuntary commitment if necessary. But seriously, Diana was talking about it yesterday, and I think it's great. We have to take care of ourselves before we can take care of others. And I think that's a message that we need to drive home to ourselves. Yeah, we made it. We're nurses.